unexpectedly. The two beautiful girls asked curiously, "Mr. Wu, why is it the Xiang family? What's going on?" Wu Chen explained, "Mr. Lin is just a pawn controlled by the Xiang family. There were also some pawns of the Xiang family who interacted with us before, like the Che brothers in the real estate industry." Zhou Yi was worried. The Che brothers, Mr. Wu, could it be that the Xiang family is taking revenge? Wu Chen added, the person who supported the Che brothers was the former chairman, but behind him was still the Xiang family. But Shuangqi Real Estate only operates in Shanghai. The scale is too small, not worth their investment. The Xiang family wants to win over ZHOUE because our film company is a threat to their biggest piece of the pie. In fact, the resources behind HEZHONG Media also come from the Xiang family. All the popular online programs are invested by the Xiang family. If the Liu family is the biggest source of political resources, then the Xiang family is the biggest source of film and television resources. Before, Lu Menying mainly shot commercials and only filmed a movie every few years. Because Brother Lei often fooled around, there was no threat to the Xiang family. But now, Lu Menying will be filming a new movie with Zhou Yi. This will make things more difficult for HEZHONG Media and the Xiang family due to the Yen family's obstruction. Xiao Di asked, "So that's why they're trying to win over ZHOUE and make it difficult for us to produce films." Zhou Yi was very worried. Last time it was the Liu family causing trouble. Now it's the Xiang family. Wu Chen remained calm. That's what makes things interesting. Prepare for the upcoming storm. A moment later, Peng Wei reported shocking news. "What should we do? Look at this. All the top trending news is about us." Unfilial daughter-in-law spits blood at her mother-in-law, Zhou Yi, the invincible woman, the fearsome witch of Shanghai. Peng Wei was upset. "Mr. Wu, I can't stand it anymore." Zhuang Xiaodi was furious when she saw the tabloid news. "This is too much. They're even worse than the Che brothers." Wu Chen smiled faintly and asked Zhou Yi, "Zhou Yi, are you afraid?" She replied frankly, "I'm not afraid. What's there to be afraid of at this point?" "Good. The bigger the storm, the more changes there will be." Wu Chen called the third young madam. "The news about your brother is trending online today. Third young madam, can you come meet me today to clarify everything?" The third young madam took a drag of her cigarette and replied, "You haven't even fulfilled the two conditions you promised, and you dare to ask me to meet you." Wu Chen replied confidently, "Who said I didn't do it?" "Those photos of the third young master will completely disappear today. The Dong family's matter is basically settled. Third young madam, just pull some strings. The 30% profit from the Liu family will easily fall into your hands." Hearing this, the third young madam was somewhat satisfied. "Mr. Wu, you're good. If that's the case, I'll leave my brother's matter to you." Wu Chen instructed Peng Wei, "I'll send you the materials later. You have to be careful. We're 7th in the top 10 trending news today, right? Tomorrow, I want us to be all over the news." Peng Wei was confident. "Just watch me." The next day, people were buzzing with gossip on every street corner. "Wow, yesterday's hot news completely reversed. Did you see? The person involved refuted the rumor. Zhou Yi and that guy aren't even a couple. Hey, have you heard the rumors these days? I don't care about rumors, but the short film of the person involved is very interesting. Have you watched it? If not, go watch it." Meanwhile, in Wu Chen's office, Peng Wei excitedly reported, "Mr. Wu, you're amazing. Today, the top 10 trending topics are all about us." Guru Ibo pointed at the tablet in surprise. "Look, everyone. The views of our short film on all platforms are increasing exponentially." Zhuang Xiaodi couldn't believe her eyes as she looked at her phone. It's only been half a day, and the views have increased by 500 or 600 million. How is that possible? Wu Chen calmly said, with his arms around the two girls, "I told you yesterday, the reversal effect would be huge. Conservatively estimating, the views in these 2 days could reach 3 billion. He smiled confidently and said to Zhou Yi, "This is just the beginning." Zhou Yi responded with a bright smile, "Boss, I'll work harder on the new movie." Wu Chen hugged Zhuang Xiaodi and continued, "The Xiang family has failed twice. They believe in feng shui and deities too much. They won't make a third attempt for now. Xiaodi, don't worry too much. If anything happens, I'm here for you. Zhuang Shadi obediently replied, yes. Wu Chen announced to everyone, prepare yourselves these 2 days. Once Dao Menying arrives, we'll officially start filming the new movie. I have other things to do, so I'll leave first. As soon as he got into his car, Wu Chen made a phone call. Teriko, I really can't make it. How about you come to Shanghai tonight? Teriko replied on the other end of the phone, Mr. Wu, I like the time you chose. See you then. After hanging up, Wu Chen thought to himself, Dong Chengen is also in Shanghai today. I have to meet him tonight. After all, the Dong family is the key to the He Shikan's success. We absolutely cannot become enemies with them. He then went to find Dong Chengen. The old man was surprised to see him. Hud, you called. Why are you alone? Didn't you say you were coming to see Teriko? Wu Chen replied calmly, don't worry, she's coming soon. But Mr. Dong, Teriko already has someone she likes. I think you should stop bothering her. Hearing this, the old man flew into a rage. Who are you? What business is it of yours? Wu Chen continued to pour cold water on him. Although it's not easy to say, she likes me. Do you think I should care about this? The old man refused to believe it and thought Wu Chen was delusional. He clenched his fists. If you say another word, I'll punch you. Just then, Teriko arrived. The old man greeted her. Wu Chen said, Mr. Dong, I don't want to cause trouble. I have no ill intentions. Teriko soothed the atmosphere. Mr. Dong, don't be angry. Let's sit down and talk. The old man calmed down a bit. So what do you want? Wu Chen stood behind Teriko and repeated, Teriko likes me, but we don't have a romantic relationship. I consider her a good friend, even a little sister. She's been very troubled lately because you spend a lot of money on her. It's difficult for her to refuse you directly. The old man was speechless for a moment. Wu Chen took out his phone and showed him the evidence. Mr. Don, you also have a family. You can't divorce for Teriko. You're not looking for true love, but just want to experience foreign culture, right? Teriko just happens to fit your aesthetic. There are many girls like her in Japan, like Kawashima Rinko or Akita Ai. I can introduce you to them 10 times easier than pursuing Teriko. The old man was furious. He gritted his teeth. Wu Chen raised his glass and continued, Mr. Don, we're all adults. There's no need to be embarrassed. The old man couldn't bear it anymore, but since he had been exposed, he could only stand up and say, HMPH, I won't cling to Teriko anymore. I've said everything I need to say. Goodbye. Wu Chen stopped him. Wait, Mr. Don, I have a business opportunity to discuss with you. Hearing about a business opportunity, the old man's eyes lit up. Huh. Wu Chen said, my company produces short films, which have been very popular recently. We also have several movies in collaboration with Dao Menying that are about to be filmed. Mr. Dong, are you interested in investing? The old man was suspicious. Such a good opportunity falling from the sky. What are you playing at? Wu Chen replied concisely, I just want to be friends with Mr. Dong. The old man scratched his head and thought, even if you offended me because of Teriko, you don't need to bring money to be friends with me. Wu Chen said frankly, how can we be friends if I can't help you in times of need? Mr. Don, your family's Middle Eastern project data has been hacked. The data has been leaked. The 4 major families will quickly kick the Dong family out. You'll suffer heavy losses. The old man was puzzled. You're giving me money when I'm in trouble. This doesn't make sense. There's something strange about this. Then I won't beat around the bush. The news of your hacking is spreading in the hacker community. This is a computer security program I designed, Mr. Don. You can try it. I guarantee you'll never be hacked again in your life. Only then did the old man understand, you want to use my case to advertise your program. Wu Chen said honestly, the security program that Mr. Dong carefully chooses after encountering an incident will definitely have the highest level of security in the industry. When the market hears about it, my program will naturally sell for a high price. The old man was somewhat impressed. In other words, you're using the money from the short film to buy me to advertise for you. Wu Chen chuckled, you can understand it that way, but I prefer to think of it as a way to be friends with Mr. Don. The old man laughed and clinked glasses with him. You're beating around the bush, but I don't hate it. If that's the case, I will be friends with you. 3 hours later, after seeing Don Chengen off, Teriko smiled and took off her coat. You're so bad, Mr. Wu, obtaining someone else's data and still speaking so righteously. Wu Chen asked, Teriko, can you give me Don Chengeng's data? She walked over and teased him. You said you'd do whatever I wanted. But I helped you solve your problem. There are no more obstacles. He'll still spend a lot of money on me. I think we're even. She said playfully, Mr. Wu, you're really bad for going back on your word.